Leanne of Bodyshot Performance, and welcome to this week's blog. Question I'm asked all the time: how much exercise is enough? Now obviously this is a really personal thing, so it's all going to depend on your injury status, your general levels of activity, so what we call daily life movement, how much you move, not just exercise sessions, but how active you are. Do you take the stairs? Are you on your feet a lot during the day? Do you have a dog that you can walk? Do you have children that you actively play with? That kind of thing really matters. But it'll depend on lots of other things as well. As I say, your injury status, your general state of health, are you in good health? How much availability do you have for movement? How obesogenic is your particular environment? So do you have lots of labour-saving devices? Do you have a car that you use a lot? So all of these things are going to affect your amount of daily life movement and exercise. But as to how much is enough, here is a very broad guideline for you. And this assumes that you're well and you don't have any injuries and you're not very young or very old. So high intensity activity, anything from 1 to 10 or 15 minutes a day. You do want to get your heart rate up though at some point during a day. What's also quite good to do on a daily basis is lift something heavy. Maybe you're lifting a child, you're carrying around a baby, or you're just lifting heavy objects just for a few minutes. It's all it needs to be. Very good to get, as it's called, anaerobic, so lifting something heavy. Moderate intensity activities, so this could be light jogging, some light circuits, it could be brisk walking in fact. Something like 60 to 90 minutes a day would be ideal. So for you, if you commute, that could be a very brisk walk to the station and jump off the tube a couple stops early, brisk walk into your office. And as for low intensity activity, that should be a kind of constant. So I've talked on this blog a lot about ancestral living before. Our ancestors would have been scurrying, foraging, walking, jogging, foraging around. They'd have been doing that sort of activity on a constant basis. So that's really what we were designed to do. So lots of daily life movement, a bit of moderate exercise every day, and a small amount of high intensity exercise every other day or every day. It all depends. Now, what can of course get in the way of all of that is you. It's personalization. So make it personal, work out what works for you. If it's helpful to have a morning routine, have a morning routine that includes some exercise. If it's helpful to do it at the end of the day, or maybe you like to have a longer break between your exercise sessions like I do. My genetic profile is for medium recovery, so I really need 36 to 48 hours between heavy sessions. So make it personal. And the other thing I'll add is this concept of minimal effective dose. Look for the smallest amount that you can do to get the impact you're looking for. If you haven't got an hour to go to the gym, don't worry about it. You don't need an hour. Go for 15 or 20 minutes and be super focused on your intent while you're in that gym. What are you getting done? And be very present. So no phones, no looking around, no watching the TV screens, no distractions. Focus on that 15-20 minutes and you'll actually get potentially as much value as you would have done from a session 3 or 4 times the length. If we've got an hour, we tend to fill it. And when there's no impetus, there's no real urgency into getting your stuff done. So sometimes a short amount of time is better, but don't let time get in the way. So how much exercise is enough? Well, really, it's very much down to what you can do, the minimal effective dose, the time you have available to you, but we definitely need to be moving on a constant basis pretty much all day. We need to be doing some moderate exercise every day and a very short spike of high intensity workout or type of exercise every day or every other day, depending on what works for you and how much recovery you need. If that's been helpful, let me know and let me know your feedback as well. And you can email me personally if you've got questions at Leanne, Leanne, @bodyshotperformance.com. That's it from me. I'll talk to you next week.